I think mostly actually it's style. So often the research will be done in very much the same way, but it's just the way in which it's written up. And it's very much not an easy question because each journal will have a difference. So some will favor longer literature review, shorter methodology sections. Some will be other way around. Some will want lots of empirical details, some won't. So I think the key is to remember that actually the research process itself is pretty much always the same. There's very little difference. The difference is in how you are going to present that. And in order to do that, you need to know what journal you're going to present to, and you need to know what their style is. And you do that by looking at either the author guidelines on the journal website or webpage, or just by reading lots and lots of articles from that particular journal. Again, access, big question here, but that's the way to work out what kind of papers they're looking for, how they're set out, and then try and imitate that when you're writing up your own research.
Yes, Phil has rightly pointed out, we have to remember that we are writing something. Whenever we are writing something, it's a paper or academic journal paper or a report, it is a means of communicating our research. So that's the common thing, isn't it? We have done our research. Now we have produced a research report or a thesis or a dissertation, or we have written a manuscript which will be submitted to a particular journal. So we are communicating our research, but the media is different. Now the question is, when we will be, who are actually allowing us to communicate that particular research? If it is the university which has suggested us, hey, after completing your research, you have to write a thesis. So we have to follow the guideline of that particular faculty or department or the discipline, how to write that particular thesis. Often it depends upon the supervisor. He or she might have a different way of writing things. So you have to follow that guideline. Same things goes with the journal. There are numerous journals, thousands of journals, not only the index journal, but beyond that. All have different sorts of writing style. But the main thing is simple. You have to have a title. You have to give a summary or abstract, whatever you call it. You have to introduce your research. You have to introduce the methodology you follow. You have to introduce share the results. So the structure is same, but you have to remember the journal is space matters. But the thesis, it is you are conducting it. So everything could be quite detailed. But journal paper, they might put some embargo or put some word limit. A full paper can't be more than 7,000 words or something like that. So I echo with Phil that you have to follow the author guideline, author's instruction very carefully, very meticulously, so that you can write your manuscript in a proper way. That's the specialty or core difference between, I would say, thesis and academic writing for a journal.